I'm now going to show you everybody's favourite long division. This is when we are dividing a 3-digit or 4-digit number, 5-digit number by a 2-digit number. In which case we can't use that short method that we looked at earlier because it's just too confusing. So we have to use the long division method. Okay, and we use a really, really clear method. There used to be methods like chunking, but this is the method that we use now. Okay, so that's, for example, if we've got a 3-digit number, let's say we've got 842 and we're dividing it by, let's say 14. Okay, so again, we set it up in the same way that we do if it's short division. So the bigger number goes in the bus stop and the number that we're dividing by goes on the outside. Now, because we know when we're dividing that we need to know the times table of what we're dividing by, what we do here is we create a fact box down here, which is essentially our 14 times table. Now, it's really important, I think here the most important thing to do when you're creating your fact box is before you even start to list down your numbers down the side as a way to create little sections so that you know which ones you're going to do. So obviously, and then that way you can start with the easiest ones and it's easy to fill in the gaps. So 1 times 14 is obviously 14, 2 is 28, nice and easy. Now, I always go to 10 because I think, well, if I know what 1 times 14 is, I know what 10 times 14 is. And then if I know what 10 times 14 is, I just half it in order to get to what 5 times 14 is. And already that fact box doesn't look as scary. Okay, so then what I'm doing is I'm adding on 14 each time, and also having those markers here at 70 and 10 just help me know that I'm along the right lines. So add on 14, so add on 10, add on 4, so to 42, add on 10, add on 4, 56, that works to 70, so I know that I'm right. Add on 10, add on 4, 10 and 4, 58. And a 408, and then add on 10, add a 4, 136, because I'm using that one to go back from. Actually here, so that's where I know that I've made that mistake. Sorry, so add on 10, that takes me to 100, 4, 1, 1, 2. Okay, right. So using that fact box, I can now do my long division. So I say 14. How many times does 14 go into 8? No times. So I'm going to now sort of open up my number now. I'm going to think, how many times does 14 go into 84? Look to my fact box. I don't even need to count because actually I've got it there. Oh, and it goes in exactly. So it goes in 6 times, which takes me to 48. None left over here. And then I say, hey, number 2, come on down. And I'm now working with the number 2. So I say, how many times does 14 go into 2? It goes in no times, but as with short division, those 2 are still really important. So I must put there as a carrier. Okay, I'm going to give another example of long division. Because actually that wasn't too long. I used some kind numbers. Let's see if I can use some more tricky numbers. Okay, so let's say we've got 776, and I'm going to divide it by 15. First thing I must do, create my fact box down the side. Okay, and fill that in quickly with all the ones that I know easily. As I said, always go to 10, and then from 10 I can just half that, so I know that I'm on the right track. You see, sometimes you don't necessarily need all this information, so you could even start without having to know all these ones, but it's a good habit to be in just to fill it in anyway, just to be sure. 105, 120, 135. Okay, so again, my biggest number goes on the inside. What I'm dividing by goes on the outside. So I say, how many times does 15 go into 7? No times, it doesn't go in at all. So I'm going to open my number up. How many times does 15 go into 77? Look at my fact box. Okay, it goes in 5 times, which takes me to 75. So So I write 75 here. Okay, and then I take this away. So I say 77 take away 75, which gives me 2. And then I say to this 6 here, hey, Mr. 6, come on down. So then the 2 comes down to make this number 26. How many times does 15 go into 26? Consult my fact box. Right, it only goes in once, because if I go to 2, it will go to 30, and that's gone too high. So it only goes in once, which takes me to 15. And then I say 26 take away 15 gives me 11. And then that's my answer, 51, remainder 11. Again, those remainders, really important. Can't forget those.